Hello there. Just started listening to this story about this man that grew up um, escaping, and I can't remember, his last name was Gale, but he had escaped from like 14 different um, prison or jails or prisons or whatever. But anyway, he talked about how his upbringing was such that he was always able to escape and running and hiding, and they talked about how his father wasn't around when he was a child, and I just got thinking about how my own dad, he wasn't around when I was a kid, and I was doing the same thing when I was using. I was basically running away from my kids and not being around for them. And when I heard this story, it just saddened me because it reminded me of that experience that I had with my own dad. And I guess it just helped me have more love for my children, and not that I needed more validation as far as why I needed to remain in sobriety and work hard to keep that a constant point or focus of my life and of my daily activities surrounding attending meetings and helping other people and sharing people's stories, so I can so by doing that, it'll create stories with my children. I'll be able to create memories that will have stories to tell, that will be happy stories, and have more of a redeeming narrative, and one of completely opposite of one that I grew up with. That hit me hard, and made me realize also that for so long I've been running from myself even, and hiding from myself and hiding from others. I guess in a way because I was abandoned as a child by my father physically, and mentally by my mother, and emotionally by her. And I don't know, just I don't want that for them. I don't. Sorry, the camera is so shaky, but I'm trying to hold it with my hand. But I want my children to be able to not run from them emotionally, or from my wife, or I also realized last night too, I moved around a lot when I was a kid, and so I never felt like I had a sure foundation, and I grew up not trusting people, or even wanting to connect with people, because I felt that I'd be gone soon anyway. And so in a way, I was more of a joker or a jester, just to hide from the emotions and the things that I was feeling and going through, because I didn't want to show it to anybody, because I didn't trust that they would use it against me. And I made that connection that I did that with other people. But now that I'm in recovery, I'm able to recognize that there are those deep connections, and those authentic connections, and those ones where I'm able to be vulnerable, where I can actually not emotionally move so much or run, and I can have a sure foundation with those that are in my life, because I'm able to be vulnerable emotionally, and able to help my friends and be there for them in a way that I haven't been in the past. But also, just as important, the same connection with my children. Um, I don't think I'll be able to have that with my parents, or hopefully one day with my siblings, but my parents, it's almost like they have so much shame around what they've caused, or um, you know, obviously it was my choice to use, but the addiction runs in our family, and learning not to or not learning how to cope with those things and having strategies in place to be able to deal with those emotions instead of stuffing them. I'm learning, or have been in the last few months, and I've been out of treatment now for better part of 3 weeks or so. And I should have shared more videos before now, but I haven't. And but I'm able to recognize too that that I can trust my emotions and trust that that people see me with integrity and see me with as a man of my word, and a man that that cares and that has empathy for people that struggle, not only with the same things that I deal with, but other things, because we all have something we're all struggling with, whether it's emotional or physical, or it all affects us, and just helps me have more empathy for everybody. And I've had that same theme of having viewing through that lens of empathy, but I'm more on a daily basis. I'm becoming a little more aware, and it's a little bit more of a realistic idea for me, and it's making sense. You know, not just the concept or the conception of it, but the actualization of it by my actions, or the way that I try to help other people, and the way I view myself. It's been an interesting process, but yeah. I don't know. It's still a journey, but you know, I don't necessarily. I'm not able to process things as I talk. As I've mentioned in other posts, that I have to think about them, and then I'm able to make sense of it. Whereas my wife can talk through something and make sense of it. I have to sit and ponder on it. But anyway, I just wanted to get this down before I forgot about it, and yeah, that's what it's like to be to me today. Just grateful, addict in recovery. So, love all y'all. And once again, I want to just thank those that supported me, or that support me through this process, because it's ongoing. But I love all you, and I won't forget your kindnesses.